Hey guys, and welcome back to World War II Solitaire board game channel and another 8th Air Force playthrough video. This is the second edition and we are currently in January 1944. So things are moving along. We're doing good. The Germans only have 23 victory points, but we're getting close to those jets, and we have not a single factory bombed, only 2 oil facilities, and soon we're going to be tasked with bombing for D-Day landings, Operation Cobra V1s. So we're gonna, need to get moving now before that happens. I think my plan is going to be to try to control the bombing campaign, so once those V1 missions and so on come, I'm not going to be too far to the right on the bombing campaigns, and I think I'm going to try to hit those factories and oil facilities to limit how much these guys can recuperate when I kill them. I see there's a 190 here in the dead pile. It shouldn't be there because it should have been placed out during when we did the manufacturing. So it should have been placed out there, and it should have gotten that squadron because that one got that squadron. That's a whoops. I told you last video, there are going to be some fog of war, there are going to be some whoops. I can guarantee you that if you ever set up a camera and you play a whole campaign of a board game, even a simple one, you're going to spot at least one little whoops, because I think it's not impossible, but it is close to impossible to play these games without making small whoopses. But my apologies, I always try to get the rules straight and everything done so that you can learn to play these videos while you enjoy watching me play them. Anyway, we roll for the Luftwaffe AA and roll 1-5. That's going to be track number 1. And consolidate. Yes, sir, we are going to have to do that. I can see that we're going to have to move. We're going to have to move from this track. The strongest group is this, and it's going to go to track number 1. That's a bit unfortunate because I was going to hit Hanover and Berlin, but then instead I can try to focus on this. Number 3, new groups. They lose 110, and it's going to be, see, the highest track. Here we have him. So he goes away, and they will get a 109 school. I believe it was a 109 school. Yes, it was. And first we put these out before we bring in the new guys. And it's going to be like that. And then we roll for the 109 school. And he goes into track 4. A lot of them in track 4 now. Hamburg is already done for, so I'm not sure what they're doing over there, but I guess they got some kind of plans. And then we have our new forces, and we are going to get a B-24, a B-25, and a Spitfire. That's awesome. The Spitfire is welcomed. Did I say B-25? Yes, B-25 and B-24. Let's see if I can grab them here without messing up my aircraft factory. And we get squadrons for them, of course. The Spitfire is awesome. It has a higher combat value than the P-47, but it still can only go to the interior. And see here, the B-25 is not very good because it cannot bomb heavy targets, which the B-24 of course can. And now we have a higher production, so instead of 3 bombers every turn, we can refit and manufacture 4. But still only 2 fighters. So from the refit, we grab 4 bombers. And we could grab 2 fighters, but there is only 1 available. And from the manufacture, we grab from the dead pile 4 bombers. Look at that, there's just 3 remaining now. And 2 fighters. And there is 5 fighters remaining in the production line. So we'll give 1 bomber to this B-24 squad. Actually, maybe, see here, 3. No, I think I'll give it to one of my B-17s. I'll give this first one 2 1s. Whoops. This one can has 2 as well. Let's see, they have 3, so I'll give this one to the B-24. So it's hard to see how many. I'll try to update you how many squadrons I have, but this one has 4, and then these guys has 3, and these have 1, and this one also has, this one has 2. And then for the fighters, I will give all of them to the Spitfire, because the Spitfire is superior in its combat value. And that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, add remove bombing campaigns. And now for the first time we actually get to remove a bombing campaign. So that's a submarine bombing campaign. So that feels good. We're done with those missions and don't have to care about them ever again in this game. And we go to RAF attack. So you can guess what's going to happen. I'm going to roll a 4 or a 1 because the RAF, they don't really like helping you out. They, you know, they have other stuff to do besides bombing Germany, I guess. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we have our mission construction. So let's see where we want to send our units this time. So I'm going to go ahead and send the first guy into bombing Karlsruhe aircraft factory, and next guy will go to Dülmen. Next guy is going to Münster, and let's see here. I think next guy will, the B-24s that is, will go to this one. And then we have the B-17s. And they are gonna go, I think I'll send them to either Düsseldorf, or maybe I should hit Cologne because I only have 2 railway stations bombed now. So I think that's the smart thing to do, and these guys can accompany those guys. And I think I'll change because these only have 3 squadrons and these now have 4. So I'll go with these first because if I don't get rid of those interceptors, it's better to send your weakest first. Sorry, your strongest first. And then Karlsruhe is over there, so I'll send most of my guys with those. Frederikshavn I can't send any because it's deep, but Düren I can. But they're so, yeah, it's a risk to send all to the same, but I'll keep a few of the escorts, and even some will go to Münster here because Münster is a coastal, so I can send my coastal bombers. And I could actually even send, I even have these, so these could actually go instead. Okay, so let's see, instead of going to Cologne, maybe I will go then to Wiesbaden. This is going to be a long mission. And then Cologne will be the B-26s. And I think that's how I'm going to go ahead and play it. These guys are too weak to go anywhere. This has 1 squadron. This can go with that B-26, but B-25, I think he has to stay behind and look at these guys at what they're doing so he can learn. That's what I'm going to do. Is it. Execute mission. Let's go with Karlsruhe first. Let's hope we roll high to get rid of the interceptors. It's in the interior, so we need to roll a 4 or higher is the best. We roll a 2, so it's going to be only half of them intercepting, and they have a combat value of 6. And they're all good as always. That's the 4 column. That's 2 of them, and that is going to be 1 damage, 1 destroyed from my fighters. Their combat value is going to be 4 for those destroyed squadrons, 10, 18, 23, 25, 30, 36. So we use the 34 column. And as usual, you know, it is what it is. But with the 1, we still get 2. And with the 6, that is 2 destroyed. So these are destroyed. And then these guys fly back to base. They're done their job. There's no more interceptors. And then Karlsruhe, 3, 5, that's 8. We use the 7 column. 2, that's going to be 1 damaged. So we only damaged 1 bomber at least. And Karlsruhe is bombed. And the B-17s fly back to base. And then we have Friedrichshafen. And we still have some interceptors now, so this could potentially end badly. I still haven't lost a single group, but you know, you never know. So we roll, it's deep, so we hope for a 1. We get a 4, so we do get the interceptors. It's going to be 7, 10, 14, 16. So use the 16 column. I could lose 5, and I only have 4. Crap on a stick. That's what happens when you gamble, but sometimes you have to gamble or you never win. So they had 16, which means we have to use the 16 table. I should have went to Dülmen before. I was thinking that, but I didn't do it because I didn't want to, you know, it's so many of the tokens to pick up. So it's 5, and with the 5, it's, and a roll of 2, it's 4 damage, 1 destroyed. So, sorry, it's 4 damage, 1 destroyed. So this one is destroyed. And then these 4 are damaged. That sucks. I do get to far back. 3, 6, 9. And then plus 4, so that's 13. So we use the 13 column. 4, 4. That is going to be 2 damaged or destroyed, and with the 4 is 1 damage, 1 destroyed. So this one is damaged, this one is destroyed. Friedrichshafen is bombed as well. And my B-24s return to base and lick their wounds. They have no more attached squadrons. That's horrible. And then Dülmen, and Dülmen has no, you know, there's no fighters left, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove all of these fighter planes to clean up the board a little bit. And Dülmen has AA of 5 plus 3, that's 8. So we use the 7 column. And it's no one. So Dülmen was very successful bombing. It's a 1. And then we have Münster. So we roll. It's going to be 6. With the 4 column and a roll of 3, nothing happens. So we also managed to bomb Münster without any incident. Then we have Wiesbaden, which will be 3 plus 7, that's 10. So we use the 10 column now, so 1 is guaranteed. But it's just going to be 1, and it's going to also be 1 destroyed, I'm afraid. But that happens sometimes. So Wiesbaden is now also bombed. So we did a lot. I mean, it was very bad, the damage we took, but we have done a lot, and we still have some to do because we have Cologne. 1 plus 5, that's 6. So we use the 4 column. And with a 5, unfortunately, that means 1, and that is 1 destroyed with the 6, the green 6. So we take 1 hit to the B-26s from flak. And at least Cologne is bombed. That's the end of the mission. We go to score campaigns. Let's look at the railroads first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bombed. There's 1, 2, 3 bombed. 3 bombed, not 4. And 3 unbombed, so it stays where it is. The river crossings, we have 1 bombed. and 2 unbombed, so it goes 2 steps to the right. So we have to do something about the river crossings because it's, you know, it's gonna move further and further, but its river crossings are used for about 6 more months, so you only have to bomb it 1 more time, I think, unless they repair both of them or all 3 of them. And then we have victory points. So let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Germans. 4, 3, 2, 1. So we also have this one, so it turns into 5 because they get 4 VP. So they go from 23 to 28, and that is why you don't want this to happen. It is really unfortunate when it does happen. So that's it. We go, no German retreat yet. Luftwaffe refit. Yes, they will refit this one. He will go here. And then they will manufacture. Let's see how much they will manufacture now. 1, 2, 3 unbombed, and they have 3. So that's unfortunate as well, but it happens. Once it's going to go to track number 1, and then these guys will go to these. Oops. Yes. So you see why it can feel kind of pointless to put a lot of effort into the factories and oil facilities, because they will keep repairing them now. I swear to God, they're going to repair all of these 1 and 2s. They're going to roll a 1 and 2. Yeah, you see, at least a 1. So 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 5. You see, and that's why I feel like I'm not a fan of bombing these aircraft factories, because of all the pain that we just took. Basically, all of it was repaired now. That sucks. Okay, I'm not going to keep whining, but it is what it is. February. And we move AA into track 6. And let's see, we're going to have to move a group. Let's see here, we have this one. So this one is going to go over here. And let's check for new groups. At least they don't get a new group, and we have to remove a 520, and he's gonna go from here. No, actually, you can never remove it if it's always the highest track number, right? But you cannot leave a track alone. So then you go to the next, and it's gonna be this one. So he is out of the game. See if I can find a pile where I usually put him. It's gonna be over here. And that's it. Our production, we get so much. We get a B-17, a B-24, a B-25, a P-38, a P-40, a P-47. So now, this is now the change. This is what we're going to get in every turn from now, like this much. So a B-17, a B-24, a B-25, a P-38, a P-40, and a P-47. And then, of course, we're getting squadrons to those as well, if they are available. So we need 3 bomber squadrons. And then we need 3 fighter squadrons. Okay, so that's nice at least. Getting some reinforcements, well needed. And then these guys, the P-38s are okay. They can go into the interior, which the P-39s and P-40s can't. The P-40s, I'm not a fan, just because they can't go further than the coastal line. And then manufacture, we are still at 2 fighters, 4 bombers. So we do the refit first. Only 1 fighter and 4 bombers. You have to grab your group first. So the B-24 group comes back, and then 3 squadrons. And then we should manufacture 4 bomber squadrons, but there's only 3 available. And then 2, and that's the last 2. Oh, there's actually 3, so there's 1 left. So, you know, this is what we have left now in the manufacturing. 1 fighter squadron, and in the refit, 3 bomber squadrons. So we are basically at full strength now. So now there's not really much excuse not to bomb those really nice, juicy targets. Okay, I think I'm gonna put... Yeah, I'll put all of them with the Spitfire. With the bombers, I have to think. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna go back to Berlin. And because I feel like I want to clean up this one. There's too many Germans. So these guys are going, but they're going last because they don't have any available escort. So then I have these 2 targets left, and I think I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that now, but yeah, this is usually what I do off camera, that I make as I'm putting these out. That's how I'm like deciding where to go and how. But according to the rules, you should do that, and then you should go to step 3, step 4, and so on. So that's why I'm doing it on camera, not to confuse you guys. Okay, so I'll give these guys some, and then I'll just equip my B-17s. There we go. So we go to the next step, which is add remove bombing campaigns. There's no new, there's no old ones that go away. RAF attack. RAF, I have taken a beating. Please help me. You know, it was on a 6 for just a second, and then it turned into a 2. I swear to God. Okay, so we are now at mission construction. I'm going to go to Berlin. I already told you. These 2 guys are going to go to Berlin to bomb the aircraft factory and the industrial region. Then I'm also going to go to Hanover and Braunschweig. And let's see here, 6-9. It's not a very high factor of AA. It's actually only 2 that has the potential of being lost. So I'll send these chaps. But then I have to think about how I should divide my fighters. Because remember, it's not ever 100% chance that they will intercept. So I think I will divide them by 2. So these Spitfires have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squadrons. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'll do this. The Spitfires go with the B-24s, and the B-24s can have an additional squadron for fire support. And they are escorted by the Spitfires and the P-38s. And the B-24 is going to Braunschweig, have a P-47, another one, and they're going to get all of them. Because I can't send the other ones to Berlin, since that's deep and I don't have deep escorts yet. Okay, let's see if I might want to go here as well. I definitely want to go to Düsseldorf, which is 3, 8, 12, 16, 20, 22. So that could potentially mean I could lose 6 squadrons. So I'm sending heavy backup. And Münster also allows me to send these coastal regions, which is nice. And then I have 2 bombers left, which could potentially go to Karlsruhe, which has an 8. So that's a little bit dangerous. That's a little bit dangerous, all right. But that's Düsseldorf. See here. I think that's what I'm going to have to go to Düsseldorf. But that's even more dangerous. 8, 12, 14, 18, 20. I could lose 5 planes, and that's what I have actually. So that's all right. Let's see here again. 5, 8, 12, 14, 18, 20. I could lose 5. Okay, so I have 5 here, and then I'll send these to... Maybe I should instead go to Münster, so I can bring these. I think that's what I will do. And the B-25s, again, you can don't bomb the nice targets with them. So I'll just keep them where they're at this moment. And that's gonna have to be fine. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. Execute missions. Yeah, you see how the longer you go into the game, the longer the turns take, because you have so many stuff to move about. Let's start with Düsseldorf. Or perhaps I should actually start with Münster, because I have some backup. It's not a lot though, so nah, I'm not gonna do that. It seems like, because they have a 12, so they could remove 3. Okay, maybe actually I should do that. I'm not gonna lose all of them if that happens. So we'll start with Münster. We roll for the interception. And we roll a 6, meaning that all of them are gonna go ahead and intercept. And they're intercepting my quite weak fighters with a combat value of 12 for the Germans. So we're all on the 10 column. Ooh, that's 5 of them. But at least it's just gonna be, sorry, that's 2 of them. But it's just gonna be damage. So that's at least good. And then I fight back with a combined value of 15. So we use the 13 column. And that's actually a good roll for first time in a long time. That's 3 of them. And it's gonna be 1 damage, 2 destroyed. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. That is, yeah, 1 damage, 2 destroyed. So these are destroyed, and this guy is damaged. And then it's time for my bombers to go, and the combined for Münster will be 3, 6, 10. And they rolled really good. That's 3. Very close call. And those 3 are 1 damaged, 2 destroyed. But Münster is bombed. And I also get to fire back with a combined value of 12. So we use the 10 column. And I roll good too. That is going to be 3 of them. And it's 2 damaged, 1 destroyed. And it's only 1 remaining. So he is destroyed. And then we have Düsseldorf. And the combine is going to be 8. So we use the 7 column. And in the 7 column, that's going to be 1. And it's 1 damaged. So these guys did pretty good. Shake this about really well. So, right. See here, guys. Then we have Hanover. And we're all for interception. And we hope to get the whole bunch, to be honest. We get a 3, so in the interior that's going to be half of them. So let's line them up, strongest to weakest. Whoops, so it's gonna, we exclude these and we exclude these. It's gonna be this one. So their combat value is 10, 14, so we use the 13 column. They're all pretty good. In the 13 column, that is 2. And it's gonna be 2, so let's see here, 1 damage, 1 destroyed. So this one is destroyed, and then this one is damaged. Okay, let's see here. Our combat value is going to be 4 for those destroyed ones. 6, let's see, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 22, 25. So we use the 25 column. And we roll badly. That's 3 of them. And the 3 of them are going to be 2 damage, 1 destroyed. So these are damaged. And then this one is also damaged. And my fighters stick around here. We're going to go to Hanover. Hanover 3, 9, 15. So we roll on the 13 column. And it's going to be 3 of them. And it's going to be, let's see here, 2 damaged, 1 destroyed. So 2 damaged, 1 destroyed. And I fight back with a combined value of 9. And I roll pretty good. It's going to be 2 of them. And there's only this one left. And the 2 is going to be 1 destroyed. So this guy is destroyed. And Hanover is bombed. And they go back to base. And the Spitfires also fly back together with the P-38. And then we have Braunschweig. And I hope again that they will intercept. We have a 5, so that means all of them will intercept. And they have a combined value of 14. So we use the 13 column. And again, they roll awesome. There is going to be 3 of them. It's going to be 1 damage, 2 destroyed. 1 damaged, 2 destroyed. My combat value is going to be 25, 26 with the destroyed one, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. So we use the 34 column and we roll shit. That's 3, 1 damage, 2 destroyed. So these are destroyed and this guy is damaged. That's really hopeless when you can't roll good like I... And this is often with this game, whenever there is combat, I always roll bad, almost always, and they roll really good. So that's unfortunate. The bombers now, which only have 2 here, which is really bad because it's 9. That could potentially only kill 2. But because of this guy, it turns into 15. So it could be 3 now if I'm unlucky. So we roll, they have again a combat value of 15. So we're all on the 13 column, and we are lucky for when we really need it. That's just going to be 1, and it's going to be 1 destroyed. Wow, that's lucky. Braunschweig is bombed as well now. And we get to fire back. We have a combat value of 6, 7, 8. So we use a 7 column, and we roll 2, 1. That's really bad, but at least it's 1 damaged, so we get this guy away. And that's good because of our next bombers going in, which do not have any fighter support at all. So the P-47s fly down here back to base. They don't need to do a fighter sweep. So that's good. And then we have Berlin, the bombing of the factory, which has a value of 8. So we use the 10 column. And wow, a bad roll again. That's incredible, just incredible. 2. And it's going to be 1 damage, 1 destroyed. Horrible. I do not understand how I can keep rolling this badly. And Berlin Aircraft Factory is effectively bombed. And then we have Berlin, the industrial area, with 11s. We use the 10 column. And they keep rolling good. That's going to be 2 of them. And it's going to be 1 damage, 1 destroyed. So they also take a lot of hits. I mean, thematically it makes sense because it's Berlin, right? You can't expect to go to Berlin and have a good time. At least not in 1944. But, you know. But let's hope that it changes because that's how DICE works, you know. Next turn maybe I get really lucky. So let's hope that happens. That is the end of this. I'm not sure what these guys are doing here, but I guess I forgot to bring them back to land. And that's basically it, right? Yes, it is. So we go to the next step, score campaign. We have 1, 2 bombed railways, 1, 2, 3, 4 that are not bombed. So it goes 1, 2, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And the river crossings, we have 1 bombed and 1, 2 unbombed. So we are going to have to focus a little bit more on these very soon. For the victory points, the Germans now have 1, 2, 3 unbombed factories. They get 3 VP. 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. We get 4 victory points. We go from 28 to 24. So at least we're going into the right direction. No German retreat. Luftwaffe refit. Let's count now. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 unbombed oil facilities. So they get 4. So they're going to get all of these 4 back. And the 6 goes here. The 4 goes here. And then we have the roll for rest. And that's going to be 5, 4, 5, 4. That's track number 6. And next one is track number 1. And then we have manufacturing, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Only 3 of them. So you always start with the groups, and it's only going to be 1 squadron, so that's nice. Let's place out the groups first. 5, 3. So that's track number 3. And 2, 6. So that's track number 2. And this one is going to go, the squadron that is going over here. And then we have the dreaded repair. Things feel nice when you're, limiting their way of, this is the first time I think that we limited their production, but now they get to repair, and it's 1, 5. So it's this one, it's this one, it's this one, it's this one. It's 4. It's not too bad, to be honest. I can't complain of that. It's not too bad. That marks the end of February 44. We're in March. Next turn, we are going to have jets coming in. So we desperately need to keep hitting those factories, to keep hitting those oil facilities, or we're going to get into a lot of trouble. Let's move the AA first, and it's going to be in track number, let's see, track number 3, which is over here. That's unfortunate. Oops, consolidate. Do we need to consolidate? No, we do not. What about new groups? Yes, they are going to get to remove 110. So it's going to be this guy. They're calling them back, and then they are getting a FW school. And there are, unfortunately, now squadrons. So 3, 2. That's going to be track number 2. I don't mind them going to track number 2 because I'm not going there anyway. It's too heavily defended. So, group up all you want in that track. I'm not going to go there. And then we have, let's see, that's it, I believe. Yep, they get nothing else. And then we have our new groups. And again, it's going to be this mass group that's coming. It's a B-24. It's a B-26. A P-38. Let's see here. P-38 and 2 P-47s. So we get 3 fighter squadrons to us and 2 bombers attached to those. And the P-47. A lot of P-47s. And a B-26. Oh, that got the wrong. Did it say B-26? Let's see here. Yeah, it did. Did I put the wrong on the P-47? Yes, I did. You see, it's growing now, my army. And as it's growing, it's getting harder to do the things you need to do with them. And then we have the manufacturing. So manufacturing is still at 2-4. Refit is still at 2-4. So we refit 2 fighters and 4 bombers. And for the production, we have exactly 4 bombers left. If you ever run out, you can take them from the damage if you don't have them for the manufacturing. And that's what we're going to do now, because we can only manufacture 1 fighter. So we get to pull 1 from the damaged forces. So I think we're doing okay, though. I mean, look at this. There's not too many that are not in the game. Okay, so let's see, how do we want to divide them is the question. Okay, so I think I'll just spread them out among the bombers. That is usually a good tactic. And let's see, let's leave some extras for the B-24s because they have been doing better. And then with these, I think I'm gonna spread them out as well. Except I'm not gonna give any extras to the coastal region ones. And the question is, do I want to go to bomb a railroad? They're so far away. I don't want to go to that one. Might want to go to that one that has... Oh, that's bombed. It has 10. Ooh, 22. So I could potentially take a lot of hits. So, I think I want to avoid that one, to be honest. But if everything is bombed with a 10, okay, maybe I should give one to the B-26s. Because then one of them can bomb one of those targets. And then lure, I could potentially bomb 4, 5, 7. Yeah, that's enough with the ones I have. Let's see. Okay, I'll give the next one to one of the B-24s. Okay, add remove bombing campaigns. Nope. RAF attack. Do we even need to roll for that? We all know what's going to happen. 5 or 6, please, but we get a 1. I'm not surprised, guys. I stopped being surprised a long time ago. Okay, so lure. We're going to lure with the B-25s. And that's what these guys are good for, you know, just cleaning up some of the stuff. I don't want to give attention with the B-17s and B-24s. Combat value 4, 5, 7, so they can lose 2 at max, and there's 2 squadrons, so we're good. The B-26s, I don't think it's possible to go here. It's 4, 5, 9, 11, 13. I could lose 3, so maybe I should actually do that. Because it's actually good to lose squadrons with them, because then they're locked up for me to manufacture and instead put onto my B-17s and B-24s. I don't want those squadrons locked to these guys. It's not beneficial for me. All right, and then I guess we're going to Berlin again, hitting that aircraft factory. 8-11, so without any squadrons here, it's gonna be, I can lose 3, so I'll send... Whoops, a squadron with 3 in the very end. Because first I'm gonna go ahead and go to Hanover and Braunschweig, and there it's gonna be 9, so I can lose 2. So let's go ahead and send 2 of these guys, and then 2 of these guys. And interceptors, let's just give them a lot, I guess, because I need to get rid of those 2 guys. Let's see what we need to do here first. Here it's 10 plus 2, that's 12. So we can lose 3 if we're unlucky. And here it's 8, 10, so we can lose 3 there as well. And here I can't bomb that one, that's too risky. I'll go with the B-24s. Well, let's do the B-24s in this one instead, that's smarter. So I can send the B-17s here. Okay, I know I'm a little bit all over the place here, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and divide these. He has 6, so that's 18, that's 24 combat value. So we'll send then, see here, Munster can have these at least. 24. And then we'll send, these are 15 plus 6, that's 21. That's 26, 28. So let's divide them like this. And we're just gonna have to hope that they intercept. It is in a little bit of a gamble, I guess. So let's maybe split them up like this so they have a chance in case those guys do not intercept. So I'm not totally screwed. And I guess especially for this one, because they do not have any squadrons to lose, and these actually do. They have a few more squadrons. These only have very little squadrons. It definitely is a gamble. 25. Yeah, I think that's... Let's give them one more chance. Let's hope they do scramble, and let's hope they scramble all. Because otherwise, again, I'm gonna be in a world of trouble. Let's just do it. Let's not think about it too much. Execute missions. Let's go. Let's start with Hanover. Let's roll for interception. We want a high number. 6. Very good. I wish I would have given them more fighters. They have a total combat value of 12. And with the 10 column, they hurt 1 plane, and it's 1 destroyed. So that's very good. And our combat value is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18, 23, 25, 30. So we used the 28 column. And it's a pretty okay roll. 28, that is going to be 5. And with a free, it's going to be free damage, free damage 2 destroyed. So these 2 are going to be destroyed, this one is going to be damaged. And the escorts go back, they have done their duty, there are no interceptors left to engage. Oof, the Spitfire pile is getting big. And then we have Hanover, 3, 6, that's 9. So on the 7 column, that means we take 1 casualty, and it's going to be a destroyed 1. But Hanover is bombed. And then Brownsway, which also has a combat value of 9. Roll a little bit better. They damage 2 of my squadrons, but they're just damaged. And Brownsway is bombed. And then finally we have Berlin with a combat value of 11. So we use the 10 column now. So 1 is guaranteed to be hit. It's going to be 2 of them. And it's going to be, I believe it's 1 damaged, 1 destroyed with a 4. Yes, 1 damaged, 1 destroyed. But I think they're doing a good job. They're really keeping at it. Can't be an easy mission, to be honest. And then we have, let's go with Lore, which is in the interior. 6, that means all of them scramble. So combat value is going to be 1, 4, 5, 7. And roll really good. It's going to be 2 of them. And it's going to be 1 damage, 1 destroyed. 1 damage, 1 destroyed. And we get to fire back with a combat value 4. And we're all very good now that we have 4. That means 2 of them. And with a 5, it means 1 damaged, 1 destroyed. So this one is destroyed. Sorry, this one is damaged, and this one is destroyed. And we have bombed Loa, or Lo, however it's pronounced. And these guys return to base. And then we have Upper Sign, which is also in the interior. And a 1, which means no one will. And I actually, now, I kind of wanted them to intercept, because that would mean I would lose perhaps some of these to... Still 1 in the wrong... still 1 in the wrong... That's a 2, it should be on this one. I hope I haven't... Yeah, like I said, like when you have too many of these counters, it starts getting a little bit wonky. But anyway, we put it to 1 of the fighters. But we still have to take the damage here, 1, 5, so we use the 4 column. And on a 3, that's no one, so they are safe. And we have bombed. So this guy returned to base, an eventful mission for them, very nice. And then we have Mannheim, which is in the deep interior, meaning these guys can't come. So I have definitely fucked up, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just simply gonna put that at the end. You're not actually allowed to do that, but I think that is mainly because you shouldn't like send one squad and then another and so on. So we'll say it's okay. If we're still unlucky now, that means Karlsruhe, if they don't intercept, it's gonna be problematic. So, you know. And a roll of 5, so luckily all of them will go ahead and intercept, and they have a combined value of 10 and rolled really good. That is 3 of them, and with a 2 that means 2 damage, 1 destroyed. So we take away these, and with a 2, let's see, what did I say, 2 damage and 1 destroyed. And my combat value then is 6 for those, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 33. And with the 33, we're all on the 31 column. And we're all good, thank you. That's 6. Of those 6, with a 6, it is 2 damage, 4 destroyed. So both of them are destroyed. So that's good at least. And that ends the duty for my escorts. So they go back to base, and these also go back since there's no interceptors left. So Karlsruhe 3 plus 5 plus 2, that's 10. So we roll on the 10 column. And on the 10 column with a roll of 3, that means 2 of them. And I believe it's going to be 1 damage, 1 destroyed. Yes. 1 damaged, 1 destroyed. And they return to base. Unfortunately not undamaged. Karlsruhe is now also bombed. And then we have Münster, which is a total of 6 plus 2, that's 8. 2, and it's going to be 2 destroyed, I think. Yeah, 2 destroyed. I'm having really bad luck when rolling for those hits. And then finally we have Mannheim. And it's going to be, let's see here, Mannheim, 7, 10, 13. So that's the 13 column now. And it's going to be 3. And it's going to be 1 damage. Sorry, it's going to be 2 damaged, 1 destroyed. That's really nasty. I took a lot of hits, but again, I was really unlucky with my rolls for the German attacks. And you're not always. So let's hope that luck changes. We are done with the mission. We score campaigns. Score campaigns for railroads. We have 1, 2. We have only 2 bombed, really? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have too many unbombed. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 unbombed. So if we don't bomb the railroads next turn, we're going to lose the game. With the river crossings, we have all 3 of them bombed. So it goes 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't go to the right at all, since all of them are bombed. Let's look at the VP. 1, 2 only for the Germans, actually 3. And then minus all of mine, so 2, 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, because I got all the Berlin targets bombed. So they go from 24 points now to 20. So I only need to get 20 more VP and I will win. Then we have German retreat, but not yet. Very soon though. And then we have Luftwaffe refit. So the refit, let's look at they have a total of 3 of them and 3 damaged ones. So again, you can see why I'm not a fan of bombing those oil and air, but you know, the 6 goes automatically here and the 1 goes automatically here, and then the 2 squadron goes automatically here. And then they have production, and production is a little bit better. It's only 2, so they will get 2 destroyed planes back, the 6 and the 4, and the 6, the FW will go in track number 3, which is over here. Oh, there should be one there already, so he should go there automatically anyway. Didn't see that. And then 1, 2. So he goes into track number 1. And that's it. Now we have the dreaded repair. And roll a 1 and a 2. That's a very unfortunate roll, to be honest. So close to having a double. It's 6 repaired places. That's very bad. And that, my friends, is the end of this video, and it's the end of March. Next we go into April, and guess what? April is when the jets come, when you play with the optional rules for early jets. So we're gonna have to bomb those factories, and we're gonna have to bomb those oil facilities, because the more of them you have unbombed, the higher risk of getting those enemy jet fighters. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will join me for the next video. We're about through half of the game, but I'm only 20 VP, so I don't think we're gonna go all the way to April. Probably I need 6 more turns or something. If I'm lucky, I can win this. If the jets come, I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna have to see what happens. Also, the automatic loss have started. So like now, if I don't have 120 VP, sorry, if the enemy has 120 VP, it's an automatic loss, but obviously they're 100 points away from that, so we're doing pretty good by that way of thinking. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment, please. Let me know how I'm doing. Give me a pointer. Did I do any error? Because I certainly did, because I saw that already with these on the wrong ones. Again, it's getting so many groups up here. And yeah, share the video, you know, to friends and places like social media. Helps me out a lot. All right, guys, see you next time.